Hello and welcome to a second part of the fragment list tutorial. In this part, we will start creating a new file called adapter. We'll be in charge of showing the data in the list. Okay. In our first example, we'll only create a simple list of strings of text. But in the future, you'll be able to link it, for example, with Firebase, so you can show a list of data from the database. Okay? So what I'm going to do first to create a package where we're going to put all the adapters. Again, this is to keep everything orderly, and I will create a list an adapter, and I'm gonna write it. I don't know. You can call the adapter however you want. Because the fragment is called list fragment, I'm gonna call it list fragment adapter. Okay. Remember that when you create it, it has to be a class. Okay, and we will create it like this. Okay. It is possible that you will find somewhere here some already pre-made files to create an adapter. But I don't think so. I mean, sometimes there are cases you will find a place where you can find how to create an adapter. Yeah. But I can't see here anything special in that regard. A single tone, Kotlin script, blah, 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 blah. Okay, great. But it doesn't have it. Okay. The adapters. Because, again, I don't remember everything, I will go back here to Google. I'm gonna ask to help me, to tell me how to create a recycler view adapter. As you can see, it already offered me that option in Google in the search. And I'm sure you will see a lot of tutorials. Again, it's always good to see the Stack Overflow. This is Stack Overflow. But if you don't, because it's a much complex thing that cannot be solved only with one line of code, it is possible that it's much better to see the tutorials. In this case, for example, there is no good solution, so we're not going to use that. But here, the ones that you can find in the Ray Wender Lynch webpage, he does a lot of very well. They do a lot of very well-made tutorials, and it explained to us how to create the recycler views, how the different connection works. With different, how they connect to create different views, and etc. Okay, so let's start by looking at the adapter itself. Okay, first of all, we have to extend the adapter, as you can see, to be the same as here. Recycle view adapter, recycle view photo holder. In this case, I will explain a bit what the holder means. Okay. If I do this, and what I'm telling is that the class will be an adapter, okay, and it will represent a recycle view adapter. It's very important to do this. Okay. Now this part will be in red because there is a small mistake. There is something that is missing, and I will explain it right now. If we want to create an adapter and we want to show very repetitive elements in the screen, okay, repetitive elements have to be based on a certain template. And the template is both defined in an XML and a class file, just like the fragments, just like the activity. But that will be defined inside this file. He called it photo holder. This is the name of the class, and this is the name of the class, and this the father class. But we'll create here a small class called list element, okay, which, if I'm not mistaken, has to be of type. I want to see here for class photo holder view of type recycle view and view activity. Class photo holder. We are trying to create this one here, but I'm calling it text view. let's copy this here. Okay, the same thing, and I will clean it up. Sorry. We have to import every single element. We don't have a photo, which we can take it out. The log is to just detect when you are being clicked. Okay. This is a static section. We are not going to use it. We can take this out. Yeah. Okay. We will create a constructor. Take out the numbers. Constructor. The constructor is, as remember, the main. Okay, so because, okay, sorry, I didn't mean, okay, fine, just leave it like that. Because the constructor is already defined up here. But if I take this out, I can define maybe the constructor view. See if it allows me to do that. No, it doesn't allow me, so let's leave it like that. Okay. The name is list element, so we're gonna change this like this, and we're gonna take this out here. And now it's okay. What we're telling him is that the recycler view will use this class here to represent every single element in the list, and we will have to attach to this an XML file from here. We'll do it later on once we fix this problem here. What it's telling us is we have to implement all these functions. Okay, these functions we will have to work on them and create them and make them and prepare them. Okay, I will explain to you later on what it means each one of them. Okay, the constructor here, we can do a constructor. We will ask the adapter to receive an array list of names of type array list string. Okay, no. Okay, what we're doing here is telling him that the class will receive the array of names, an array of names. Okay, sorry. If we want to make a constructor, we have to take out these ones here, the parentheses. Okay, great. So now let's leave it like that. Let's see how they do it here. I want to see the final results. So we can just, where is the final result? It doesn't show me the final result. This example, this one here. Hold on, I'm gonna change it to, that's the one I want. Okay, so I'm gonna look into the adapter here. Okay, I believe that there is not much difference. Let's try it this way. I'm doing it, and if I see there is a problem, I will change it. We have to also send the context. The context, it's really a reference to the activity, and we have also to store it here. We're going to do a var context of type context equals null for now, and then we're going to define it here. This equals this. Okay, great. And now, having these two things, the idea is that in the class we have the array of names we want to show. Okay. Now there are a number of things we can already start doing. For example, we can return each time the system requests the item count, the amount of elements you have to paint, we can return the size of the array we're interested in painting, okay? When we create a view holder, and that's a second part, we have to return the, he's asking us to tell him what is the XML file he's have to use as a basis to create the view, the grid element, okay? The element that's gonna appear inside the list, okay? That we'll do in the following part.